Hello my lovely ravens, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make a witchy hut from scratch. I promised you a witchy hut for Halloween and here we have it. I was almost going to not upload this today because I have been busy with all kinds of stuff, mainly my Harry Potter ornament series and also the collaboration with Danny from Wizardry Workshop. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out on my channel and his channel. But yes, my husband and I kind of rushed it to get this video done for today. So to everyone watching today, happy Halloween. If you're wondering what kind of materials I'm using, I will leave everything in the description box down below. It isn't much exciting stuff. It's mainly just cardboard and hot glue. I don't know if you're celebrating Halloween wherever you are in the world. Here in Australia, it's getting more and more traction, but I have noticed that the street we were in before we moved to where we are now, any door was just knocked on. And over here where we are now, 2 hours south from Perth, it's just if you sign up to be on a list on Facebook, then you will participate in the Halloween festivities and people will knock on your door for trick or treat. But yeah, we just did not have anyone knock on the door because we are just not participating this year because we had no idea if it was a thing here. So next year we definitely will, and I'll probably vlog that and put it on my second channel. But for this year we kept it kind of quiet. Let's talk a bit about what I'm doing here. I have started with this wooden board that can be used for painting usually, but I have purchased quite a few of these to build miniatures on. I then grabbed a very sturdy cardboard box and just started cutting out shapes. I start with a long strip that I curved around to make the base and then just build up on that. And I'm gluing most of these things together with hot glue. In the end, I will have 3 different roofs, but I thought that it would be nice to use corrugation for a roof. So this is one of the roofs that I will be roofing. How many times can you say roof in a video? And I'm gluing it on the wrong way. So there's that. And here it is glued on the right way. And just securing that with some extra hot glue around the edges and spreading that out with a popsicle stick. You will see throughout this project that I will cut holes in various places. This cardboard is very sturdy, so it allows me to do that. And the windows and doors are kind of an afterthought. I knew I wanted them in there, but I did not plan anything out. I just went for it. And basically this is what my brain came up with. This is also the first time I'm using multiple camera angles, and I think my husband did a wonderful job in piecing all the stuff that I filmed together. I hope you like this as well. It gives a little bit of a different perspective. I didn't quite know what to do with the background, so there's just some boards that I put up so you don't see all the cables and whatever hanging about. But yes, it's a bit of an experiment, and so is this voiceover because I usually talk about Harry Potter stuff, and this is not Harry Potter stuff, so what do I talk about? Random stuff. Eventually, I do plan it out a little bit. As you can see, I'm drawing in the windows here. I think the door could have been either larger because the windows are so large, or the windows should have been smaller. But I think in the end, it kind of works. Here you can see these little rivets sticking out. These are kind of 90-degree corners, so I can put a window in that sticks out. And I'm going to use this. This is what I use for Dumbledore's office for the windows there, and Hagrid's hut as well, by the way. This is a cake base, so not for making a cake, but if you buy cake in a shop, this, well, over here, that is in Australia, this is what you get. And I thought it would be great to use in this witchy hut as well. So I'm painting where the lattice is and then sanding the excess off once it's dry. And this will leave all the lattice black. I am then going in with all these colored Sharpies to make it look like a stained glass window. And this is where I've put most of the frosted glass in and the stained glass as well. And just trying to finish off those windows as much as possible before moving on to the next part. I was going to figure out the roof of the tower here, and as I'm cutting this, I decided to make it into just chopped off pieces of corrugation, so basically like little roof paints, and you can see that right there. But then I decided to put the lights in because otherwise I will not be able to reach anything anymore. And at this point there is no hole. There was no hole in the side of the tower, so I actually had to cut that in, and also a hole in the floor because I closed that off as well. And the back there is where I will be able to access the lights. I will make like a faux door at the back there. This is where the main roof goes on, and it's different, but in the end I do like it. I don't know if this is what I actually had in mind, but then I didn't really have a plan, so who knows? So yes, this is what we have so far with all the lights, and I do enjoy the purple lights, but now I have to offset that with a color, which is going to be green, of course, my favorite color. But before we can paint, we need to finish this off a bit because it just looks like cardboard right now. So with my ready-made speckle, just store-bought speckle, it's just wall speckle, I am going to go in with a spatula or with a palette knife really, and then with a toothpick and make a pattern on the speckle. So this is what it looks like so far. And I also have to do the tower, which I'm going to give a different pattern of just normal bricks. Here we have my good old friend, the egg carton, and he is going to serve me well because the entire top roof is going to be covered in these little roof panes. They are stuck on individually and it took a lot of time, and this is why this project is up a little bit later on today than I thought it would be. I thought I would finish this project way earlier. Anyway, it is here now, so enjoy. Then with some poster paint, this is just cheap water-soluble poster paint that you can find in the kit section here at Red Dot in Australia. And I'm going to go in over the entire house with this paint. It took a little while to dry, but this is a good base for this project. Then I decided I needed a chimney, so I had to take some of the roof paints off and had to build a chimney. I drew out a basic shape and then I cut that out, and I'm going to layer that same shape over and over, and once it's stuck onto the building, I'm going to shape it and shave off or cut off basically where I want the curve to be. And then over that I'm going to go over with speckle again so it blends into the rest of the build, and then I can paint it. With my laser cutter, I cut out this cute little door, and the middle is the stripe where there's the two doors that separate, and I thought that was cute to make it into a little tree. From some tin foil, I wanted to give this surface a little bit more interest, so I'm going in with this tin foil and making some more interesting terrain. And then I glued that down with hot glue, and then I'm going over with 50% water, 50% PVA glue mixture and paper towel, and just stick that down. And once it's dry, I'm gonna go over with that same poster paint. And now my favorite and most fun part of any project that I make is the actual detail painting. I start with some dry brushing of some lighter paint so that the other colors show up better. Now it's an awful white, but now we have the shadows where the shadows need to be, and now I can go over with greens and other natural colors like other browns as well, and just give some life to this project. And as you can see, it's toned down a lot. Husband went out and got some twigs because toothpicks just wouldn't do for a little balustrade at the top there. So I wanted to go in with some twigs, and he knew where to find them. So here we are. With some PVA glue, I'm going to add some terrain covering to this project. I'm going to brush it out and then just going to add the flocking on there. This is just grass in like an autumnal color, and then dry tea for soil. And I use this instead of the other stuff that I have because it has more contrast with the grass. And then adding some rocks next to the path. With my favorite type of moss, I am going to use this one to mix in with some PVA glue, or I actually use my 50-50 PVA glue water mixture, and I'm going to use this for all the moss on my project. I have added other bits and pieces as well, like lichen for foliage and flowers. And with that, it's time to see what the final result looks like. And this is it for this year's Halloween video. I hope you enjoyed watching this project come together. If you made it this far, please leave pumpkin emojis in the comments down below, as I didn't have time to add these to this witchy hut. All my social media can be found in the description box below, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and of course become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Happy Halloween. Bye.